Welcome to another video. As you guys can see from the thumbnail, from the title, from your screen, this is going to be a Worthy Rivals SBR completion. I know what you're saying. If you've seen my videos before, the layout is a lot weirder. Decided to do something different and something new, and I'll get into it once we get into this. I just want to say this actually didn't take that long. This was actually my first try, which is of course possible because my Vegeta team is insane. Obviously, Vegeta is my favorite character. Decided I got a bunch of Vegeta units. It's just a Vegeta family team. That's basically what it is. So let's get straight into the team. I'll show you as it decides to come up. This is the team I use. It's going to be Strength Super Vegeta as the lead. It's going to be 6th Anniversary Int Vegeta. It's going to be Majin Vegeta from a couple years ago. The new EZA Blue Vegeta that just came out a couple hours ago. SSJ4 Vegeta Strength, and then Majin Buu, Skinny Buu, was kind of weird. It's a rainbow. You know, it linked up with the leader skill. It does stun, so I decided to bring him along, and it actually does pretty well in the late game. This would be the optimal team I would recommend you bring if you had every character, of course. This would probably be the optimal lead. 200% Majin Vegeta, of course. The same units that I have. Obviously the reasons: stunning with Super Vegeta, tanking, damage with Majin Vegeta, and then SSJ4 could be changed for literally anyone. But the 200% lead is just too good to pass on. Here are some subs I would recommend. Of course, that means if you don't have any of the good guys or what I recommend, obviously you could put in some subs, sub them right in. SSJ3 Vegeta, great idea. Chaozu, I would recommend. I would have used Chaozu, but I didn't realize until after I finished recording that you could. Transform Vegeta, of course. Wait till he gets like an EZA or something. The Tech Majin Vegeta. The Worthy Rivals lead. If you do decide to do something different, these are reserves I would recommend. Obviously, this is like if you have no choice, use these guys. I wouldn't recommend them. I wouldn't recommend even putting them in your first team. Most of these have to be EZA'd. Like the Trunks and Vegeta has to be EZA'd. The Coat Vegeta has to be EZA'd. This Tech Vegeta Blue has to be EZA'd. Majin Vegeta, of course, if you want some orbs, some damage, put Majin Vegeta in. Piccolo's Piccolo, and Tien is going to be there for stunning. So that's the team I would recommend. Obviously, if you don't have all these teams, you could look around, see what I had in my subs, see what I had on the reserves, and then switch them in and out. This is actually not that hard, especially with the Worthy Rivals. You get a lot of stunning units, which surprised me. You could just do a whole lineup of just stunning units with like Super Vegeta, Majin Buu, Chaozu, Tien. Like you could literally just do everyone stunning and no one takes a turn. Obviously, sometimes it does go wrong a little bit, but that is something you could decide to do. I did not do that, but you can definitely do that. Obviously, I think we're almost gonna beat this first stage. Most of it's just Super Vegeta doing some work, everyone else tanking. That's basically the game plan here. In this whole thing right here, you're gonna see mostly Super Vegeta carrying. That's probably why he's the thumbnail of the video. This Majin Vegeta does put in some work. I say that, but I think this is the only thing he does. Which is still really good. He does stun, of course. Especially if you get his super off. I mean, his 18 key off. He will hit everyone and stun. So it would have been good. Sadly, it did not keep him on rotation as much as I do. I do try to put these guys together. The Super Vegeta, of course. And the new EZA. Not because he's good. Well, actually, I don't know. This is the first game or the first time I ever used it. So I wanted to give him a shout. I was like, let me try him out. I just grinded him. Took like, I don't know, 30 minutes. I just put on auto. So I just grinded him. I upgraded him. He's on 2 dupes, which of course is pretty good. And decided to put him on rotation with this Super Vegeta. Don't know how many links they share. I actually didn't check this entire game. This match is kind of hard. This round specifically. It's not that hard because all these units could get one shot based on who you have. Super Vegeta almost one-shotted the physical. This agility EZA Vegeta did one shot. I guess additionals, but like he did one shot the strength one. Almost died there. That was the closest I've gotten to death, I think, in this entire run. 300,000 from the Int Super, which makes sense. It was gonna hurt a lot, and Majin Buu does stun there. He does come in clutch as well. Majin Buu dodges, clutchness is exactly why I brought him on here. Honestly, it does go really well. Obviously, I keep these two together as well. The Anniversary and the Super Vegeta. Obviously, Anniversary tanks like a god. Obviously, why wouldn't you bring that unit? And then Super Vegeta, of course, I already gone over that. The one that I could have really just changed for anyone else was this one, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I don't really use him a lot. Right here, this turn he does kill because he does get a super. But other than that, he doesn't get used at all. Especially the last round. I guess the last round he does do damage. But like he's not a stable. You don't really need him. You could switch him out for anyone. Like let's see who you could switch out on this rotation. Like here we could switch him out for SSJ3 Vegeta, of course, tanking. Chaozu for the stun. That's about it. I wouldn't recommend put him in any of these. And I use Super Saiyan 4 over any of the reserves, of course. But I do like him. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, underrated. Can't wait for his EZA on Anniversary, which is, I think, 3 months away from now. 4? I'm really bad at math. Well, no, it's the 23rd of March when I'm recording this, and when the SBR comes out. So, a couple months from now. Obviously, there's a lot of units you could bring, but I wouldn't recommend it. So, like, the World Tournament units, Chaozu and Tien, Piccolo, Yamcha, I would not recommend any of those. Unless you're watching this 5 years later and they all have EZAs, then go for it. Maybe the EZAs are good. You know? Go for those LRs. I wouldn't recommend it as of 2022. Do not do that. Basically, this is more of a battle of endurance. I would say this one more than any of them. It was easiest, but it did take the longest, I think, with 11 to 12 minutes. So it wasn't that bad. I did like it. Like, compared to the other ones, like Siblings Bond, that one did take me a couple turns. That one was the longest for me. Planet Namek, it didn't take the longest, but it took me a couple of tries. Join Forces, I did like on the second try. I think it's Join Forces. Don't get me wrong on that. Join Forces was like instantly. And this one was first try as well. So none of them has been hard. These new SBRs that are coming out like couple weeks, couple times a week. Or couple times a week. I wouldn't say they're that hard so far. Unless I get like a curveball and Dokkan gives me like a random category that I don't have. Here, Majin Buu is going to come in clutch. He's going to stun here. He does stun. Yep, he stuns here. And so that means no one here is going to get touched. Which is basically why I brought Majin Buu, to say the least. Again, Chaozu would have worked too. But since the last stage is only Super Vegeta, Super Janemba, Super Vegeta just does work. Of course, he like tanks like 2 hits, and he'll hit you for like 3 mil. I don't know exactly. He hits you for 2 mil, and he hits a stun on you, so no one gets hurt. It's basically overpowered. That's what I'm trying to say. This team is just full of stunners. It's amazing. Here's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is gonna do a couple. No, didn't even hit a mil. See, my Super Vegeta isn't good. Nothing to write home about, but still better than most, I assume. Then Super Vegeta's gonna get hit. Then he's gonna stun. No one else gets hit. This is why I don't recommend bringing too many int units, especially with this round. It just scared me. That's why I don't have GT Vegeta listed on there. Like if you were looking at these reserves and subs and optimal team, and you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I don't see other int int ones, like int people, or I don't see the int GT Vegeta, because I wouldn't recommend you use that one. Just because at the end of this one, I wouldn't recommend it. Because if he gets hit, like let's say Super Vegeta doesn't stun. I don't know if that's possible, but if he doesn't and your GT Vegeta gets hit, it's kind of game over for you. So I don't recommend it. I would maybe Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta would probably be one of the best units on here. Obviously, unless you take 8 turns or more to beat it, then in that case, don't bring them. None of these should take you more than like 6 turns. Like if you're taking more than 6 turns to beat these, I say that as I'm like in the 4th. But here I am gonna kill with this Dokkan. But if it takes you more than 6, you're gonna die. Sorry to be that brutal with you, but if you don't beat it in like 6 turns, it's not gonna go well for you. Here, I think I get them all. I do get them all. This is the first time in a Dokkan video that I get them all. Okay, the Super Vegeta is gonna do like 5.6 mil, and he's gonna beat this one. So that's it for Worthy Rivals. I hope y'all enjoyed. Obviously, there's a little more after this, but you've seen the team I ran. You see the most optimal team I would recommend. You've seen the subs. You've seen the reserves. So hopefully this video has helped y'all. Obviously, even if you don't have the good units, I gave you a couple examples to use. Plug them in and see how it works. I just want to say thank y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. This is a different format. Tell me in the comments. Do you like the format? I kind of enjoy it. It takes a while to edit, but I kind of do enjoy it. Leave a like if you like the video. And subscribe. We are so close to 150 subscribers. So subscribe. Be part of the first 200. Here's going to be that Goku and Chi-Chi wedding. And that's going to be in the video. So like, subscribe, watch another video. It helps me a lot. And I hope you enjoy.